She calls, I always fear to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just a moth to your flame. And don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen?
streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
On a day where everything just kind of seems to go haywire, and after all, it is week 13, as they say in iRacing. Welcome to Full Velocity TV here live tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park, and great to be out here tonight and finally figured out how to get myself into the race server. And that's always a good thing here for a broadcast night here in this day. iRacing put a big old update out, and it's got a whole bunch of us thrown for a loop. So enjoy the wild ride it's going to be. Welcome to the show, everybody. Full Velocity TV live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch TV. Phil Lacasse here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton on the controls. And joining me alongside tonight, we welcome to Full Velocity our buddy Anthony Leake joining us for the first time. Anthony, welcome aboard. Welcome to the Full Velocity booth. And great to have you up here. And hope you have a good time with us this evening.
Thank you very much. Really enjoy being here.
All right, so we're here tonight at the Sim Addicts Racing League in Volusia, qualifying just wrapping up. I think you guys saw the the practice times, the qualifying times going up on the screen, and the delay in the broadcast coverage, well, just because my butt wasn't even into the race server quite yet, trying to figure out how all the changes affected what I do. So I think we're all locked and loaded now. Heat race number 1 about to pull its way onto the racetrack for 8 laps around the half mile here, Volusia Speedway Park, and here is how they will come to post. On the pole for heat race number 1 is car number 27, our buddy Tim Christensen, setting tonight's quick time, and alongside of him in the number 5 car, that is Cody Cantonwine. In row number 2 will be car number 60, that is Kyle Pearson with the 224 alongside of Andrew Hawkins. In row number 3, we find the driver of car number 269, no bad punts tonight. It is James Grace, and alongside of him in the number 99, that is Justin Sick. In row number 4, we find car number 19, Zach DeLong. The number 26 alongside that is Jonathan Smith, and scheduled to go out shotgun on the field. Car number 515 of Chris Cox going to roll out here 9th for 8 laps around. The top 3 will transfer on into the A main, so stay tuned, guys. A lot of racing left to go. Let's say hello to my buddy, Mr. Stanton, down there in the control booth. Todd, how the heck you doing? Big day with the iRacing update and some new, different things for us to see. I see a lot of cars out there without numbers. This could make for a train wreck, dude.
Yeah, definitely going to be difficult for us broadcasters here, as some guys got painted on numbers, others do not. They are turned off here in this session, so it's going to make it rather difficult here tonight. They're going to throw us a curveball, Phil, and man, it's going to be... I'm worried about you guys because I can still see the numbers here on my screens.
Well, it's usually better than I can see anyway, so we'll take this aboard and get Anthony Leak alongside tonight. So if I somehow fall down, I think this guy could probably figure out how to make me stand up again as Anthony comes to us from the Great North. Has a great racetrack out there, guys. Check out his website there for his home track. I'll flash it up here for you here real shortly. Todd can help me with that. Also in the broadcast stuff as I'm trying to scroll through all the 10,000 windows I have open here. LakeoftheWoodsSpeedway.com. Anthony putting this great speedway together from scratch. And we'll talk about this with Anthony over the course of the night, over some downtime, and introduce him to his background and what he's got going on. But racing here at Volusia, about to get underway off of turn number 4. Green flag going to go in the air. Tim Christensen and Cody Cantonwine are going to lead the way into turn number 1 and 2 off of the corner. I believe that's a 27 car by way of that nice new custom number there, Anthony. He's going to lead the field into turn number 1. Car shooting down to the low side. I believe that's Why that might be Kyle Pearson. There ain't no number on the side of that car. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's really hard to be able to tell without numbers here to match everybody. I'm just going to have to lean on you in terms of where we're going to go to next when we hit some action here.
Absolutely. That's Kyle Pearson to the low side in car number 60, and this is going to be kind of difficult for me having to click through the standings. Usually I can look here, see car numbers, put names and faces. Now I got to do what car schemes are out there. If any twins of those out there tonight, I'm going to be all kind of screwed up. But Pearson down to the inside, the 27 car, Tim Christensen. He's going on up high. Outside lane right now working on, but you can see Pearson running that low side. He's doing pretty good down there, but through the opening laps, outside lane, Anthony looks to be prevailing pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like it's a bit of a 2-lane going on right now early on. It looks like there's lots of grip on that track to allow a little bit of high-speed action on the high side.
Sure is, and I'm watching back. We had a race for third, beginning to kind of brew up there between Andrew Hutchins and Cody Cantonwine in the 5 car up high, but let's kind of come back to the light. There is Hawkins going to bring the 224, or that blue and white, design car with no number on it. This is going to just be a lot of fun tonight. Thanks, iRacing, for the great help to us broadcasters. Really appreciate that. But Hawkins going to roll in for 4th. Cantonwine's up for 3rd, so they're back single file, just as they are up front with Christensen leading over Kyle Pearson in that number 60, that orange and white or red and white, whatever it may be. It keeps changing on my screen. Todd, I am completely out to lunch. I know you have a whole lot of stuff to tell you who these guys are, but I'm sinking up here, brother.
Yeah, Tim Christensen with the lead here is, I believe they're going to have on the white flag lap in that number 27 machine. The only car out there on the speedway with the number 60, Kyle Pearson's for 2, Cody Cantonwine, Andrew Hawkins, Justin Sick, Chris Cox. Those guys coming off of turn number 4 for the final time, picking up the feature win, or I should say the feature win, the heat win is going to be Tim Christensen aboard the number 27's machine. So he's going to pick up that win, Phil.
Absolutely. Good run for Tim there, car 27 over at Kyle Pearson. Cody Cantonwine, bring home your final transfer spot in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, about to go to the racetrack. They can't screw the numbers up on me because I can see them right here on the screen I'm looking at. So here we go. On the pole is car number 199. Then it's Sean Bowers alongside of him. In the 00, Scotty Grabanski. In row number 2 on the inside, the 24 is Troy Stuckwish with the 225 of Jordan Bitterling alongside. In the 3rd row, we find car number 119, Corey Sansell with the number 714 of Brendan Lacey alongside. In the 4th row, car number 4, Christopher Miller, flanked by the 28 car of Dylan Hutchison, and shotgun on the field, the 81 car of Wesley Gwaltney. Wesley Gwaltney aboard car number 81, going to bring up the rear of the field. The question I got now, let's see how many cars out there may have numbers on them and how many cars don't have numbers on them. Anthony Leake, I'm glad you're here, brother. I've thrown you out here tonight in a challenging situation at the least, but hey, just take it and run as you get it. You just click around, trying to figure out who's in what car. It's exactly what I'm going to do. You're going to probably sound as professional as I have and doing about 2,000 of these races now. I think I'd almost have a grasp on the craft, but you take away the tools of the race numbers, you make guys like me, been doing this a long time, sound very average. So,
Hey,
what stinks the call?
You're still sounding better than me, that's for sure. I mean, it's definitely I definitely want to comment in terms of what's going on out there, but I'll let you stay as average as you can in terms of not having numbers on. All I see is a bunch of paint schemes. So I just an observation early on is the track's really heavy right now. You can see that the cars are just they're flying out there right now, which is causing a bit of single file. But I'm sure this track will tighten up a little bit more for them. And I think we're going to see some great action here as the races go on.
Absolutely. We're under green here off of turn number 2. The 199, I believe, is going out to the race lead there. Sean Bowers, Scotty Grabanski in the 00 going to roll in there. A 2nd spot. 3rd off of the corner is a 24 car of Troy Stuckwish. Stand still in the 119 there for 4th. Christopher Miller aboard car number 4. He going to roll in for 5th. I can see that car out there. There's one with that 24 on the side. He right now is probably my best friend, because I can tell you that's Troy Stuckwish. He is running 3rd off the corner up front. It is still on Bowers in the race lead. Oh, yes, we do. A wreck into turn number 1, but I don't believe they throw caution in these heat sessions there. So, Anthony, what'd you see there through the contact? Anything you can call over there?
No, I didn't quite see it. It looked like someone might have pushed up. And the same problem that the car in 2nd right now had, where he was pushing coming into turn number 2, and the green car was able to take the lead on that one.
I love it. The green car. That's exactly how ways are going to roll tonight on Full Velocity TV, and I think every broadcaster doing this out there, let's just stay in this together and just show iRacing. Bite me. That's exactly what I'm going to say here tonight. I'm not a happy camper. Scotty Grabanski leading. Sean Bowers, Jordan Bitterling, Brendan Lacey, Christopher Miller, your current top 5 now. We're halfway home here. Heat race number 2 off of the corner. I think it's Grabanski out there with the lead. He's doing a pretty good job. Almost have a full 2nd over that 199 of Sean Bowers. Jordan Bitterling in there for 3rd. He has a good race with the 714 of Brendan Lacey. Those guys pretty much going at it for the 3rd spot. That's probably the best race we have on the Speedway right now in the 3 and 4.
Yeah, it looks like it so far. Really pretty equal right now. The black car's getting underneath the pink car a little bit there, but it seems to be tough at the bottom there to be able to actually gain any speed, where the berm, on the other hand, has been pulling really well. And the car in 2nd there is trying to gain something from the bottom, but it doesn't look like he's going to get it. The leader is just, the car's just turning so much better coming out through the apex.
Absolutely, and this time by, we got the white flag up in the air one more time around for the 00 Scotty Grabanski off of turn number 4. He's going to take down the win in heat number 2. Sean Bauer is going to come home for 2nd. 3rd going to be Jordan Bitterling, the 225. Brendan Lacey in for 4th. Christopher Miller, your top 5. Those are going to be there, your 5. But, of course, the top 3 only will go into the main event. We'll see the other guys in the alphabet soup. So Grabanski, Bowers, Bitterling, they're going to punch their ticket on into the A main. I believe we have one more heat race here left to go. So, Todd, I'm going to take it down to you. Why don't you throw us to a starting lineup here for heat race number 3 and see if you can multitask a little bit, because I feel like I'm doing a whole lot more than that.
Well, heat race number 3 is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 23, that's Todd Hook. Hook aboard the number 23, and his tangoing partners to the outside, driving the number 25, that's Jarrett Murphy. Jarrett Murphy aboard the number 25. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that is Justin Hall in the 331. Justin Hall in the 331. Outside of him is Jack Clevenger aboard the number 1. He rolls off 4th. Rolling off in the 5th position, that's J.D. Sassy aboard the 022, and Joshua Hessen in the 118 rolls off 6th. Rolling off in the 7th position, that's Brett Buhlerman, and outside of him is Kevin Fry in the number 20, rolls off 8th. And last but not least, it would be our buddy up here in the booth, that would be Anthony Leake. And unfortunately, he's up in the booth. He's not down there racing. He's up here looking at these cars. Phil, looks like we have a few more cars out there in this one that has some numbers on them for you, buddy.
Thank God, because this red car, blue car, green dot, yellow triangle thing going on, it feels like I'm doing Common Core math. And I don't like that. It really makes me uncomfortable. There's a car I see at the front with no numbers, so I'm going to tell you right now, that is probably Todd Hook's number 23. I see a 25 on the side of Jarrett Murphy. Jarrett, you get a golden star. The second row, I see the 331 of Dustin Hall. The 1 of Jack Clevenger. Todd, you say you see a 23 on the side of Jack Hook. I'm glad I don't.
He's doing really well because I got none. I have no numbers anywhere, so.
Well, I'm probably going to introduce you to the program Traded Paints. If you don't got that thing loaded up yet, that may give you a little bit of help.
I might have to. You're right. I forgot to put that in. I'm sorry, man. I'm fresh. We got everything going off. It's all good.
Hey, you know what? iRacing was broke today anyways. We had issues even finding our way into the race server, so I could give you some grief there. I'll let you throw Trading Paints up there, and maybe you see some of them. They may not be pink and green cars, but some nice-looking cars. They just don't have numerals on them. They're really cool paints, so I want to give credit to the guys who painted these things, but that's neither here nor there. Off of turn number 4, green flag going to go in the air, and Todd Hook going to lead the field into turn number 1 and 2. Jarrett Murphy going to fall in for 2. Dustin Hall to 331. He started up 3rd. That black car I see on the outside looks to be Clevenger in that black number 1 car. He's going to try to make it dance up high. He's not going to make that work up there. 5th place running car in that mix is J.D. Sass in the 022. He's trying to make it work down low. Sass and Clevenger this side by side for 4th in the turn 3. And they're wrecking at the back of the field, and I can see they did, but they disappeared on the back chute for sure. And the unfortunate part is they have no yellows here, so we don't really get to go back and talk about it.
Yep.
But I'm thinking there, and I'm thinking it was a 20 car of Kevin Fry who probably get a piece of that action back there.
He's lost the whole front end of it. He's going to retire early in this heat race.
Yeah, looks like it's so, and yeah, a no front end on it. Looks like something I would drive in the simulation for sure. I was set, get out there and drive that thing around. Jarrett Murphy out there with the lead over Todd Hook. The race going on for 3rd is back there now, 3 wide on the speedway. They are dancing off of turn number 4, and tell you that's a 23 to 25. Dustin Hall to 331. He is making it happen to that red and white number 331 car. Great race up there. Now the back chute to turn 3, but up front it is still Barber 25, Jarrett Murphy trying to hold on by the skin of his teeth. Sorry, that's Todd Hook up there leading. Hook, Paul, Murphy, your top 3 is my stuff decides. I don't know what is, Todd. I'm not sure if your telemetry is going to think, but my telemetry in the game I'm looking at is just going a bounce around loop for loop. So I'm also to agree. That's Todd Hook with the lead off of 2. Hall up high. Hall and Murphy, they're having a great race down the back chute. They're in a dead heat, Anthony, in the turn 3.
This is an extremely close race here, which is the closest out of the 3 we've had in this. And, I mean, I always get really excited when I see 2-3 wide racing all the way around the track. I mean, nothing beats dirt track racing when it comes to that.
You're absolutely right. They're in turn number 3 and 4 for the final time, as we're going to see checkered flag this time off the corner. Heat race number 3. You're going to go to car number 23 of Todd Hook. Dustin Hall going to be in for 2nd. Jarrett Murphy going to grab the last transfer spot. J.D. Sass going to finish up 4th. And Joshua Heston's going to round out your top 5 there. So we've got, 3, 6, 9. I can math here. 9 drivers now clocking into the A main. The C main will be coming up next now. C main going to be 12 laps in length. Top 5 will transfer on into the B main. So let's take you through the lineup here for the Addicts Pro Late Model B main tonight here live on Full Velocity TV. Don't feel like Full Velocity tonight, but just feel kind of out of the water. But we're going to get this working. On the pole will be car number 24, Troy Stuckwish, with the number 1 car of Jack Clevenger alongside. In row number 2, car number 19, Zach DeLong with the number 28 of Dylan Hutchison alongside. In row number 3, the 772, Brett Buteman there in the 772, and alongside of Brett, the 26 car, that is Jonathan Smith. Position number 7, we find car number 119 of Corey Stansell with the number 20 car of Kevin Fry alongside. Rolling off from the 9th position, the car number 269, that is James Grace, and he is flanked by the 81 of Wesley Gwaltney. He'll roll off shotgun on the field, 10 cars, because I'm hoping Anthony Leake hasn't found his way to the Speedway. I'm hoping he is all strapped into his chair alongside of me, because it's kind of like where I'd like him to be out there tonight. These race announcers, they like to moonlight on me sometimes, especially that guy down there handling the controls. Last night we were on the middle of a broadcast, right in the beginning of a broadcast. I'm watching practice, and all of a sudden I see this 32 car with the name Todd Stanton making laps on the racetrack right before a broadcast starts. Like, what is this guy doing?
Well, that's the advantage of being a simulator. You can do both at the same, be in 2 places at once. Why not?
Well, we're going to try that one day, too. I'm going to do it. I'm going to let Todd do the controls, do the bulk of the talking, and I'm going to be like the in-race reporter. We always talk about a drunken delirious 250 Todd. That could be the ticket. Right there. What do you think? Good idea?
I think it's a fantastic idea.
I would second on that one. I mean, I've had in my time being involved with racetracks that sometimes we have race car drivers who are only racing so they can be watching it while inside their car. I mean, I've never heard so many people get entertained by racing and watching everyone else in front of them. But I guess maybe there's a difference between somebody who races at the back and somebody who wants to race at the front.
I couldn't agree more. Well, I wouldn't be the guy racing at the front. That's way, way, way above my pay grade. But
it's so much more work.
It's more work. It really is. I'd rather go out there, and as long as I get the participation trophy, I am happy. We go back to green flag racing here. C-Man getting underway for 12 laps in the turn number 1. The 24 of Stuckwish going to pull out to the lead. The 1 car of Clevenger going to follow there for second. It's going to be a side-by-side battle there for third. Now breaking out of it going to be DeLong on the 19. He's got Hutchison, the 28, the 772 of Buteman. They're going to be side-by-side off of 4. And that is racing back there for that transfer spot, Anthony, because only the top 5 are going to make this transfer to the B main.
Yeah, we've lost a couple at the back. There's a bit of a wreck coming out of the corner, and they're going to have to be straightening themselves back up. And not enough time in a C main to be able to catch up. Just not quite enough laps when you fall back like that in a race.
Nope, and I feel their pain back there. I think Kevin Fry got a piece of the action back there. I think Buteman did a 772. I think Dylan Hutchison may have also got a piece back there as well. So that's like guys running 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're taking the top 5. The top 5 are the only guys that are clean. So for those guys at this point, you got to think it's probably survival. If they want to race even into the B main, just keep the car straight at this point.
Yeah, you know what? It's nice when you have guys that are behind you that are really slowed up or get into a bit of an incident. The pressure lays off you a little bit more when you're in the top 5 and not having people trying to gain that position. What I've always seen historically is when you have a B main or a C main, that there's a lot more pressure. It's almost a race of attrition versus trying to race to win.
Absolutely right, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. But we look up front, race leader here at the halfway mark in our C main is car number 24 of Troy Stuckwish. Jack Clevenger in there for second, 8/10 of a second behind. Another 10 car lengths back to a 19 of Zach DeLong. Jonathan Smith's 26 car, Dylan Hutchison. That's our 5th runner right now. 2 seconds off the pace, but best for him. He's in that final transfer spot as the 772 of Buteman. He's back there 8 seconds off the race leader pace. So as long as the 28 car can hold off 5 seconds to himself and the car behind him, it should be smooth sailing for all these guys in the top 5, especially up front. Troy Stuckwish there. He has pulled that thing to almost a full second. 24 car really hooked up here this time.
Yeah, you can see that the guys aren't pushing it too hard out there. They're just kind of comfortable where they are in their position, knowing that they have a shot at getting into the next main.
Yeah, and it is something I think buddies of mine got to take notice of. Todd, you first and foremost. I know you're a guy that like to go out there and race. You're locked in a transfer spot, dude. Just settle down and ride, make laps, and not go out there and probably put it upside down like I've seen you do a time or two.
Well, I tell you, Phil, sometimes you just, I mean, it may be a C main, it may be the win for the C main, That's probably what I'm going to still try to shoot for. I am a true racer, trust me. I want to win everything that I can. If I have to be in the back, I'm really, really frustrated.
Well, that's why, Todd, my blog is called Finishing in the Back, the view from the back, so you don't have to be there. So I'll take that for the team. But we're working now. 2 to go from the starter stand. A white flag going to come up here next time around for our race leader. Car number 24, Troy Stuckwish. Jack Clevenger's over 1 car. A distant second. A little bit further back to third, we find the Jonathan Smith machine. Him and Zach DeLong have had a good little race back there. Dylan Hutchinson running in the top 5 off of turn number 4 this time. Checkered flag will go in the air. Race winner here, the C main, going to be car number 24 of Stuckwish. Clevenger, Smith, DeLong, and Hutchinson. Those are going to be your 5 cars that'll transfer. Butelman, Fry, and Grace. Their nights are going to be over. Tough break for those guys, especially for 269 and James Grace, who we've seen here the last couple of weeks, Todd. He's had some really good fast pieces. It looks like here by the look of the chat box here tonight, he may have lost power out there. So tough break for James Grace of 269. Thankfully, no more bad puns for us, Totem.
Yeah, definitely, Phil. It's tough. It's tough being out of the race and James Grace losing power here this evening, not able to make it out there on the track, Volusia Speedway. This is my favorite track on the iRacing simulation, Phil, is Volusia, because it reminds me of my home track where I've won races before, and it just reminds me. And I think I picked up my very first win on iRacing on this track also.
All right, well, just to respond, I want to say hello to everybody out there watching tonight, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Phil LaCassiere alongside me, Anthony Leake, Todd Stanton doing the controls, and I'm seeing guys out in the chat box. I see our buddy out there. We see Sam Perry out there. We see Andy Margot, and I'm concerned, Todd, because let's get Todd in a car at DSO next week. Absolutely not. Nope, not happening. We are not putting Todd in a race car. Not safe. I've seen him do it. He's not ready yet. We got to put him out there. Official servers, maybe in Street Stocks is where he belongs right now, but we'll save that for later. We got B-Main racing out to the racetrack. 12 cars ready to rock and roll. Let's take you through the lineup. On the pole, the 224 of Andrew Hawkins, the number 714 of Brennan Lacey on the outside. JD Sass rolls off next to the 022 alongside of JD. In the number 99, that is Justin Sick. Row number 5, the 4 car of Christopher Miller with Joshua Hessen aboard car number 118. Chris Cox in the 515 will roll off up 7th, and then we find our B-Main, or our C-Main advancers. Troy Stuckwish of 24, Jack Clevenger in the 1, Jonathan Smith's 26, the 19 of Zach DeLong, and Dylan Hutchinson aboard that number 28 car. So we have a field of 12 here for the B-Main, which is kind of strange here, and I feel like, Todd, it's a second week in a row, but guess how many of the 12 get into the A main?
All 12.
All 12. There's no drama here. It's just starting position at this point. It's a good old-fashioned race, Anthony. Is it down the back stretch into turn number 3? You think B-Main, last chance to transfer? No, let's just go jockey for starting position. Hey, why not?
There's nothing wrong with throwing everybody in, that's for sure.
It's just been a weird kind of day like that. I just feel it's Groundhog Day. And flash bulbs. We got our first flash bulbs on Full Velocity TV. Awesome. Want to thank iRacing for that. Awesome new feature here today. I want to get the... no, it's a feature show in case I can't go there. But turn number 2. Todd, you're killing me back here. Andrew Hawkins leading Brennan Lacey, JD Sass, Christopher Miller, Troy Stuckwish, your current top 5. It's a pretty good race out there so far as we turn our attention back to the racetrack.
Yeah, you see the track really starting to dry out a bit for them out there. Actually, you can almost tell cars have slowed up quite a bit through the corner, but I'm a huge fan of seeing a track transition like the way it is right now, and you can see a lot of passing towards mid-pack. You see 4th place there. Good battle going on there.
Yeah, it sure is, and I believe that'd be the 1 car of Clevenger there in the 4th spot. It says 1 on the car, but that's not a 1. What is that on that race car? It is Christopher Miller in the 4 car racing the 24 of Troy Stuckwish, I believe. You say Bloomquist, Todd. I'm just not seeing. It's the 1 car. It's the 1 car. But why does the 1 look like a 4 and whatever else? I think my game is doing crazy things. It says 1 on the side of the car. It says 4 in the server. Christopher Miller is throwing us for a loop. They didn't change it. If this is what new custom numbers are, Todd and Anthony, I mean, color announcers confused because in the sim it says 1, the car says 1, the sim says 4. All I do know is him and that 24 of Stuckwish, they're throwing sliders on the back chute racing for 4th.
There are. It looks like we got quite a race going on in the lead here.
We do, as a matter of fact. I see Brendan Lacey has chased down the 224 of Andrew Hawkins as I see the 714 number on the car. I'm not sure if I see the number on the race leaders. He's kicked 2 sideways. The dirt is flying. Might be a number there. I can't tell, but it is Hawkins up front in that 224 car. Lacey in for 2nd. 3rd on the racetrack right now, we do find car number 022, JD Sass. Stuckwish up for 4th. Miller for 5. Chris Cox running 6th. Jonathan Smith, Joshua Hessen, Justin Sick, Dylan Hutchinson, Jack Clevenger, Zach DeLong make up our 12-car field out here for the B main, which has no drama at all beyond where they're going to start in the A main. Hudson's going to lead this time off of the corner. I believe we're going to see white flag on the speedway one more time around the half mile. Lacey's going to give him a good run to the low side. Just not sure, Anthony, that grip on that low side of the racetrack is going to be there.
It's hard.
714 tries again.
Yeah, it's hard. He's close. I think that groove might open up a little bit more, but it's not going to be enough to finish off this race.
No, absolutely not. A checkered flag going to come out on the field. I got caution in my voice there as I'm just so confused here this evening. Andrew Hawkins going to take down the win over Brendan Lacey, JD Sass, Troy Stuckwich, Christopher Miller going to make it for top 5 for the B main. So good news is we have A main racing coming up next for 50 laps around the Sim Addicts Pro Late Model Series here live on Full Velocity TV with Todd Stanton, Phil Lacasse, and Anthony Leake joining us out here today. I can't English say either. Anthony, you have a great story to tell. As we were talking a little bit earlier, showed me a tremendous looking little website you get out there. A racetrack up in the Great White North that you built, you said, completely from scratch. The Lake of the Woods Speedway. Tell us all about the project and how that came to life.
So essentially, my background's been dirt track racing in a small town called Volusia Speedway, right on the Minnesota border on the Canadian side. And basically, my wife got a job 2 hours north called in Kenora, and I wanted to build a racetrack. I didn't want to live in a town that didn't have a racetrack, so as a result, I looked at a piece on Google Maps to find the flattest piece of property. There's lots of rock up here, so it was really difficult to find a place, but we did. And over the last couple of years, we've worked to actually building it. So we've moved up to 27,000 cubic yards of material. We had to blast a rock knoll, and haul in clay from a 28-minute round trip for each load of material, which we did 400 loads of. So it was a huge project. It was a huge undertaking, but the community has just been so phenomenal to come together to the point that this past summer, we had our first event on August 5th, and of course it poured rain, but at the same time, we had over 1,000 people show up, and it was really good. And I'm really looking forward to the future of the facility and what we've been able to achieve so far. And I really hope we continue to build from where we started, which was literally from rock, and that was it.
That's such an outstanding story. LakeOfTheWoodsSpeedway.com is how you check him out. What a cool story there, a cool vibe, and racers talking about being a racer. I love it. Todd's got that up on the ticker. Such a cool story that's literally come from nothing. Had his first events last year. Such a cool story. What a wonderful addition to the staff here at Full Velocity TV. So great to have Anthony aboard this evening. But we're here in a brief little warm-up session before our 50-lap main event gets underway. So, Todd, what do you say we do this, what we normally do? Let's throw this thing trackside, pay honor to this great country, United States of America. Maybe get a Canadian version, too, because Anthony's up here. But we'll work on that. Let's play salute with our national anthem. All right, welcome back to Full Velocity TV, live tonight, presented by SpataforaFirearms.com. Check out Brendan's great website now. Purchase a firearm, expand on an existing one, get ammunition, whatever else you may need. SpataforaFirearms.com. Also, a big shout out to Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. Got a cool deal coming up with him too. Check out his great product over there, iRacingIFlag.com. Also, a big shout to our buddy Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics. So many great car wraps out there today flying the E1G banner. Check him out now. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they are evil. Also, a big shout to our buddy Jameson Colbridge over at CNC Race Designs, doing a whole lot of great sick car wraps. Saw some stuff here today coming out with these new custom numbers. You want to look the best in the show while winning all the dough? Well, CNC Race Designs, be a part of Team CCRD today. Hell yeah. Also, a big shout to the guys over at DirtSeries.com. We'll see those guys back on our airwaves this coming Thursday night. The Indoor Nationals at the Chili Bowl. The Midgets get that big 5-night spectacular. Our finale Thursday night. Sign up now, Dirt-Series.com. Also, a big thank you to Tyler Blankenship over at Hanover Wrecker Service. And, of course, a big shout-out to our buddy Charles Wooten from VRN. Today we announced VRN Full Velocity TV. We have joined forces in a great new partnership. A lot of great resources we're going to share, including some staff we'll go back and forth with, and a lot of great things to come. Check him out, VRN, Charles Wooten. Thank you for the great new sick overlays out there. So here for feature event racing for 50 laps or so, I thought. The problem is, and this may not be a good thing, I heard a green flag and I see no race cars. I think iRacing may have broke. I don't know.
Well,
Todd, what do you say? Let's throw out some commercial breaks out there.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I know things no one knows.
Evil One Graphics specializes in iRacing wraps, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
CNC Racing Designs, your one-stop shop for an all-new customized iRacing wrap from the best in the business. It don't matter if it's for getting there on the asphalt or where the real men play, down in the dirt. CNC Racing Designs has you covered. Anything from street stocks to sprint cars, stock cars to off-road trucks, custom logos, or just a sweet new sexy ride. Look no further than CNC Racing Designs. Be the best in show while winning all the dough. CNC Racing Designs. Hell yeah.
Just wanted to let you guys know we are under a rain delay here. Sim Addicts Racing. We're sorry for any technical difficulties here on Full Velocity TV. Not sure. We called for the cars out there. We're not sure if we're going to actually continue on with the race. We apologize to all the viewers, but we're going to hang on here and find out from Sim Addicts Racing what we are going to do. Maybe go to a different server, as we had a problem there. Nobody was able to get out onto the grid. So we're just waiting. We're in a holding pattern here as the storms roll in. Definitely going to let you guys listen to some music, so stay tuned.
Got no class or attributes. Don't know if I'm talking about me or you, baby. No one gets me like you do. I said loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen.
Right now, we're still currently under rain delay. Addicts racing here. The 360 late models under rain delay here at Volusia Speedway. Hopefully, we'll get things set and locked and loaded. If not, we will call it a night, but we will let you guys know. Please stay tuned, stay watching here on Full Velocity TV.
Call me the Joker, call me the fool. When she calls, I always seem to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just a moth to your plane. And don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Yes, it is, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Velocity TV. Wish it was under better circumstances, but it sounds like the remainder of this race for the Addicts Pro Late Models is going to be rained out before we get to a feature event. There was a big update in the iRacing simulation today. We kind of all regarded at it all day what was going to happen in Big Grumman. Obviously, that wasn't worked out here. None of the race cars were actually able to join into the racetrack here on featuring edition. So definitely something amiss there. And looks like these guys are going to reschedule to rescum this race another day. So thanks to all you guys that have tuned in out there tonight. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Wish we had a better circumstance to be the first in the history here of our airwaves here at Full Velocity TV. So I want to thank my buddy Todd here alongside. I want to thank our new buddy here, Anthony Leake. Anthony, welcome aboard. It was so great to have you this evening. Hope you had a little bit of fun. I really wish I could do the whole show, but you happen to be here on probably the most bizarre day of Full Velocity TV history. I guess you'll always have that to take with you wherever you run.
I guess so.
So we're happy to have him aboard, and I think we also have our buddy Tim Christensen up here. Let's join us up here booth side. Tim, you were out there on the racetrack. I've never been as part of a more peculiar situation than this. Have you? Or did I lose Tim? Probably scared the crap out of him wherever he went. So okay, maybe Tim did leave us. So we'll talk to Tim yet another day. But all right, for all of us here at Full Velocity TV, apologize to all you guys out there watching the Addicts Racing League, all going through this all together here tonight. Phil LeCast going to sign off tonight. Full Velocity TV. See you back here live tomorrow night. We're going to be over at DWR for a very special event, Enduro Racing. Going to have a great time. Be here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll see all the great races going on action here. So for Todd, for Anthony, for Phil, we'll see you next time. Full Velocity TV. We'll see you.
Good night.